tail end of this game, and not even that was enough to take it over the line for Eternal Fire. The battle rages on. That spot in the grand final just rounds away for one of these squads.
And this is with new positions for G2 as well, right? This is the first time they've played this map with this roster in an official. So people, getting used to new spots, very difficult rotations. Malb so far hasn't seemingly made a mistake outside. He's played pretty passive, all things considered. He's allowed the cross. He's gone for a lot of smoke breaks. He's not seen anyone on them. This is, again, Eternal Fire creeping down behind the smokes. This time, it's 4 players.
They also kept just a lot of the guns they were able to retrieve at the end of that last round. G2 have kept enough money in the bank that they can buy to the end of this game. Or at least if Eternal Fire win out this next round, they could still cobble something together to offer up resistance.
Hunter gets one and dips out. That's best case scenario here for G2.
Well, it was in that second series that Eternal Fire played versus Falcons where Xantares was demolishing NiKo in these exact fights. The Hunter might be ripe for revenge. He sees them crossing, gets the info, makes it in. Xantares gonna be the one to open. Heavy God and m0NESY already on the scene, already on location, and that will make things more exciting. Quick kill through the smoke. Bomb now away from Eternal Fire. They changed their mind about the lower commit. Maja's got some space.
No one's here.
Over on the top site, and G2 have left it entirely empty. Rotate through the vent. Eternal Fire gonna make their way up. They leave one man down here at lower.
So stuck.
Jota, it's about how many can he take to the grave with him. How much damage can one man do? Jota waits till late in the round, swings out now and catches m0NESY. That means he can play into this a little bit later. Gonna have to fly up the vent, and to do that, you've got to get past Malbs back in the lobby. Backstab is in. Maja gonna find him. Malbs back turned, knocked out of play. Bomb being stuck. Snax, it's not plotted for them. He's sticking this. 2 seconds as Maja hunts him down. Eternal Fire. Keep the heat applied. Never letting off the pressure. Instant response to the full eco win in the one prior. With some crazy trickery of their own.
Dude, Maja takes so much responsibility as an in-game leader on this map. You see him on these important lurks in lobby, and he so often finds these gaps. He did it in the Falcons game as well to eliminate NiKo. Now he's trying to do it against G2. Finding that gap in main as they absolutely over-rotate after seeing the bomb in B. You can barely blame G2. But it might cost them everything. A game of minds right now.
I mean, this is where G2, right, they planned for, okay, we could lose this round. We can still bring guns out, but it's far from pretty, and this is all in.
And what let them down at the end of the Anubis, it was a 4-buy they had with no kit. Again, we see a similar predicament. Sure, this isn't a retake map by any means. You are fighting for your bomb sites, but sometimes it's not down to you. If G2 get thrust into a post plant, time could be their biggest enemy. 1 minute on the clock, and we look like we're getting a top hit. Eternal Fire, guns ready to go. Hunter in the hut, but the main smoke, and they're just going to go. They're not going to give much of a warning, much of a heads up to G2. They're just going to throttle into this site. Xantares, another double entry, late game activation up the vent for m0NESY. Denies the bomb, but can't stop Eternal Fire. They will walk the walk, they will talk the talk, and they will lock in grand final points unless Heavy God has a point to prove.
Bomb has been planted.
Free smoke in his face.
It's got to be a save.
That's going to seal his fate. Heavy God knows he can't attempt this. This M4 is the best thing they're going to have in the next round. The best thing they're going to have to stop Eternal Fire continuing their reign of terror all the way into those grand finals.
And Maja as well.
Maja wants to try and remove it. It's so important that Heavy God is able to survive with this to give them any hope. It's looking like he will. Maja unable to locate this last man. Heavy God, hang on a second. Maja right here. But Heavy God narrowly makes out with that M4.
Dude, I mean, triple entry for Xantares. No better time for that to come through. Got to say, Jota's had a Strong series as well. New boy on the block. Fresh to this level. Not much experience at the top. And G2, a desperate final attempt. Heavy God gives Malps the gun. He knows the impact the Guatemalan can have outside aggress, and he might lose it entirely.
Oh no, this is not the place you want that M4 to go missing. There is no retrieving that for G2. The gun they worked hard to hold on to at the end of that last round is the first thing to fall in an irretrievable position. G2 have got to do this, a man down and only with pistols. Eternal Fire are 4 kills away from that grand final. That's after a labored series, a back and forth series. Barely picking up the win on Anubis to open, struggling to keep the comeback coming through on Dust 2.
This should be GG, they're going rap. There's no one here. Finally trying to fill this gap. Last second is Snacks, but it's not enough. It's only a pistol. He's got a Molotov. It's not going to go down. Eternal Fire will just creep their way to this B-bomb site.
And for Magic to call a contact walk out through ramp. In the final round of play, in the round that can send you into those finals, it is ballsy, but he feels like he has G2's number. He will continue manipulating lobby, keeping 4 players for G2, wasting time on the top site while Eternal Fire get this bomb down on B.
An incredible run through Blast Bounty for Eternal Fire. From the online stage into LAN play, they take out Falcons, they take out Vitality, and now they are just seconds from eliminating G2 in a semi-final. This is an Eternal Fire who want to go for gold.
Strong post-plant set up here as well. They want this to just be a formality, the final 4 kills that usher them in to that grand final. Eternal Fire move on. They take the bounty from the head of G2. They send Hunter and co packing, just as they did to Nico days prior, and move in to a grand final. It's the winds of change that blow this Eternal Fire into a firestorm that engulfs this grand final.